Good afternoon, everyone. So today I figured it would be a good day to go out and do some morel hunting. And for those of you that don't know what a morel is, it's essentially a gourmet mushroom, right? Maybe, you know, they sprout a good day or so after it rains, which it did rain last night. So the bet here is it rains and then it kind of gets warm and sunny afterward, and it becomes perfect time for a morel plant to sprout. So I'm going out in the efforts, hoping that I could, you know, just score some massive morel mushroom. Getting ready to go to Vegas here this weekend, and my buddy Braden, him and his family haven't tried any, so I would love to dehydrate some for them, and then, you know, pack it up and vacuum seal it and bring it on over for him, so they could actually, you know, try it. And yeah. All right. Gonna pull right on in here. All right, I'm gonna go in there and grab essentially a little bag, right? A little bag with holes, paint strainer. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna grab a paint strainer. And the reason why we grab that is the morel mushrooms. You want to essentially, you know, when you carry them around on your waist, you want to be leaving the spores behind so it propagates and it makes a whole bunch more. Excuse me. Right here. Gonna grab 5-gallon 2-pack. 6, 7. All right. Got the paint strainer secured. Bam! Look at that. They even gave me a free American flag, so sweet. I think I'll put that right in front of my apartment window. Just put that there. All right, let's head out. I just want to prepare you for this massive drive. This is going to be an extremely long drive just to get out there. You know, this drive right here, hours, days even. I mean, it just, you know, it depends. It depends on how well of a driver and how skilled you are. So I just want to say, buckle up, audience, because we're getting in there. We're getting in the deep sticks today. Woo! Oh my gosh! Wow! 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 What a drive! What a drive! That took way longer than I expected, but we made it in one piece, hopefully. Just gonna back up here. I'm gonna use this, it sounds silly, but I'm gonna use this bush right here off the highway to kind of block my car, because I feel like if people see me parked here, they're going to know exactly what I'm doing out here. They're gonna come out and try and take my morels. But either way, these are those liner bags I was telling you about. So we just kind of collect those. Oh, maybe I got too big of a size, but you know, everything's bigger in Nebraska, right? Either way, this bag will be what we carry our morel mushrooms in. But we just get Got a Powerade here, keep my electrolytes going. And away we go. All right, so I'm really praying right now. When I came out here last time, I did scout out a few places where morels grow. But what I'm really hoping for is that it's not quite tick season yet. That's very doubtful, because when I lived in South Dakota, it was tick season like crazy around this time. So I'd figure now that I'm down in Nebraska, it's probably going to be even worse. And I really hope that it's not worse. But we'll just have to gauge it out, see what happens, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Like I said, you want to come out here a good day after it rains, and that's kind of why I wore these mud boots. You know, it's just perfect soil. Man, I'm just anticipating it, right? I'm just excited. I really hope. Whew, kind of sliding around a little bit on this mud. I really hope though there's just gonna be a bunch out here. I hope we fill this whole 5-gallon bag. That would be just, oh, that'd be wild. Okay, we have officially arrived at the state park. This is, I don't know what it's called, state park. So we've made it to the spot. And gosh, I really hope there is no ticks. I know there's gonna be, but a man can pray, right? Can I get an amen in the chat? Type amen in the comments if you want no ticks. Morel mushrooms typically grow at the base of dead cottonwood trees. I've seen them on dead trees, normal dead trees, but cotton trees usually have more on them. So we're gonna be on the prowl here. You're looking around for some dead cottonwood trees. Wow, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Last time I was in this forest, just the shrubbery was, there's minimal. There's no bushes, there's barely any bushes. And the green was just kind of starting to pop out. But all of a sudden, over the course of 2 weeks, this whole entire forest, this entire ecosystem suddenly exploded. And now it's extremely dense. I mean, it's almost up to my knees, which, I mean, you gotta love nature. But I feel like when you're walking through all this, the chances of missing a morel mushroom are just ever so increased. So we'll see if we can't find some. Over here is where I found some last time. Fingers crossed. Hopefully there's a couple out here. You'll just kind of see them sticking up. They kind of look like a brain is what they look like. And they kind of blend in with the wood, unfortunately. But that's okay, because we got our big old sniffer here. And we'll sniff out those morels. All this rotten wood here, it's just falling apart right when you step on it. Okay. So I know there was a dead, so I know that's a dead cottonwood tree. I think that might have fallen over. That looks new. It looks like a fallen over cottonwood tree. So we're just gonna step over. And I would assume those morels are more easy to spot, are more likely to spot in small little openings like this, right? Yeah, guys, I am not seeing a whole lot here. Let's try checking over here. I feel like we're gonna have a little more success over here.
a dead piece of wood. Kind of looks like a morel. Come on. Just a little one. Come on. Yeah, this tree was definitely uprooted. This used to be a standing tree. Used to be standing up. As a matter of fact, I remember some morel mushrooms were sprouting right along this area here, but I am not seeing anything here. Conditions are right too. This small area where the river used to be, and it kind of dried up. But there's a lot of dead trees, sandy soil, which is typically pretty good for these morel mushrooms to kind of sprout out in. All we got to do is just kind of follow these trees through. Alright, so this is the Mississippi River. This little river here actually connects up to the I'm a dingus, guys. I said this was the Mississippi. It's not the Mississippi. This is the Missouri River. The Missouri River connects to the Mississippi River, I believe, over in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, wait, Minnesota? That makes no sense. Hang on here, I'll add a correction. I'll add a correction when I edit the video. But either way, this meets up with the Mississippi River, and then they kind of just, you know, go down to the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America. Yeah. But either way, yeah. That's a little fast fact from Wayfinder for you. Alright, let's keep snaking our way through these woods here. So we've come across the cottonwood tree, a dead one nonetheless. And the reason I say it's a cottonwood tree is because I don't know. I'm assuming it's a cottonwood tree. I'm hoping it's a cottonwood tree. It kind of looks like a cottonwood tree, but either way, these cottonwood trees, they grow real thick and hardy like that, and they usually grow right next to the river, which is right behind those trees there. So typically, it'd be safe to assume, hey, that's a dead cottonwood, along with all these. We will see if there's even any morel mushrooms out here. It might be late in the season. I think we might find one. If not, none at all. I was kind of hoping they would all just kind of propagate out here. Just spread like wildfire, like weeds. That'd be cool, right? That'd be a good term for them. They grow like weeds. I'm not seeing a whole lot of nothing. Starting to think today might not be a good day to go out. Okay. If I was a morel mushroom, this place right here, these would be the places that I would pop out and be like, hey, I'm a morel mushroom, come pick me. I mean, this is perfect soil, right? And what, let's see how hot it is out. It rained yesterday. It's currently 67 degrees out. It's well within range. But you know, that's the thing though with these morel mushrooms. It's really hard to see. You kind of got to know what you're looking for. So sometimes you just got to stand here. Kind of stand here and just kind of look. And then you see them. No, you don't. I got trolled. Mother Nature trolled me, man. I got so excited. I was like, look at all those morels, man. No. I'm not too sure exactly what kind of mushroom that is. I'm really not sure what that is. But it's a mushroom nonetheless. And I think that's a good sign, right? Like, you know, you think like, you know, mushrooms stick together. They kind of like look at each other and they're like, hey, you know, you might be different, but you're a fun guy. And then they kind of grow together. You think, right? I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing there, Chief. All right. Looks like there's some kind of path that like a deer would take. Just kind of keep following this. All right, come on, Morel. You gotta like call them out like they're cats. Like, come here. Come here, Morel. Come here. Oh, I don't think that's working. Oh man, I really want to find one. Just one, so I can kind of show you guys, hey, this is what it looks like. I figured they'd be like exploding right now. They'd be like all over the place, just littered all over. But really, I'm just not seeing anything. Look at this. It's a little cooler. Ooh. I'm just gonna pour that out. Can't be good. Can't be good for the ecosystem. It looks like the ecosystem's doing just fine. I don't know about any of you guys, but that pollution, I'm all for it. I think that pollution helps out the forests. We need more pollution. That's what we need. That way the forest can grow. Okay. All right. If I was a Morel, this would be where I propagate. All right? And just hear me out. Hear me out. Don't call me weird or nothing. But there's a lot of dead wood around here. You know what they say about dead wood? Dead wood is good wood. Especially if you're a fun guy. I've used that joke twice now. You won't hear that anymore from me. But either way, wow, you'd really think, really think they'd be growing around here. Now, there is a lot of corn around, which doesn't help. The corn kind of looks a little bit like that. But it doesn't help at all. Look at that. Looks like a deer track. You got the 2 marks sinking in right there. There's a deer somewhere around here. That's fresh meat. Think a crazier fact. There's a pair of shorts right here. They look pretty new too. They've been rained on. And covered. I bet you someone lost that when they were out on the river. But just not seeing any morels around here, guys. And these chunks of dead wood look like everything out here looks like a morel. The dead wood, the corn, and the sogs. Yeah, I'm just seeing nothing. Seeing a whole lot of nothing, guys. I think we better get back on that little deer trail there, huh? What do you think about that, guys? Even though a deer walked this way, I think we gotta follow the trail. It's our best bet. Oh, a lot of wild rhubarb growing out here. This one's not looking too good. Looking like it's kind of getting eaten alive. But rhubarb, oh, there's some that's propagating pretty good. Just a little past that tree there. Let's see if I can't get a little closer. Nope. Yeah. This is rhubarb. And essentially these leaves get really thick and wide. They'll get wider than the width of my hand here. And that rhubarb is really tart. And right now it's poisonous. I believe so. Don't quote me. That's what I was told as a kid. Maybe they just didn't want me chewing on it. But either way, when the stem is regular colored, it's considered poisonous. But what you want is the stem going from the base up will get a nice reddish color. It'll get I'd say like a crimson red. Yeah, crimson red would be a good way of describing it. You'll get a crimson red color, and that's how you know it's ripe and ready to be picked. But of course it's early in or late May. None of it's quite ready yet until September. And honestly, I might come back out here and pick some of that when it comes time. But until then, we're just gonna keep looking for morels, right? Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it might be the end of morel season. I'm really not seeing anything at all. We've been walking for maybe a good hour or so. I can still hear the highway behind me, but I'm not seeing anything at all, especially in these dried up riverbeds here. Shoot. But it's all about being out in nature, right? That's the important part. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna head deeper into the forest, away from the riverbed here, because obviously I'm not having any luck here. And yeah, if I continue to not see anything, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to call it. Sad to say, but I mean, there's nothing out here. I can't collect anything. There's no berries. No berries. There's no morel mushrooms. There's a whole lot of nothing. Ah, heck. Just gonna force our way through these bushes here. Out of the way. That's what we say. Get out of the way. Okay. My gosh. If I was a mushroom, I would be on this tree. Like I'd be on like a 10 out of 10 blonde at the club. Don't tell your parents I said that. Don't tell my wife I said that either. But either way, look at these. It's a type of fungi. I have to stop myself from saying it. But either way, there's two types. There's this one here and this one here. And I've seen videos of people actually peeling the skin of this back, and it makes sort of like a natural adhesive and bandage. Really cool. But again, no morels at all. This is madness. This is crazy. I should be finding some as big as this. There's a whole lot of nothing. There's a whole lot of nothing. Okay. I don't want to go through that. That looks a little easier to get through. Just gonna whoosh you to the side. God, look at these thorns. Look at these thorns. It just climbs up that tree. I would absolutely hate to bump into one of those, especially because I don't have anything on my arm. So I just skin to thorn contact. Yeesh. I'm being honest. I don't think morels are out. Not right now. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dead sprint into the forest, you know, random direction. I look a little opening. If I was Morel, I'd be on that tree right there. There's train tracks right there past those trees, a good, like, I don't know, a good like 500 yards out. It's just loud. I mean, those freight trains are just roaring. Hey, a little snake, a little gardener snake. I kind of saw him go by, but he's just a little baby, nothing big. It's funny though, the primal instinct is like, the second you see a snake, you're like, so took a second to kind of look at him and be like, oh, that's a gardener snake. It pretty docile, pretty tame, not really gonna hurt you. But we'll keep moving. The snakes ain't a problem. I'm the problem. Ouch, it's one of those thorny branches. What the heck? Okay. This isn't dead, but that's dead. We're gonna go over there, right? Around dead trees grows many morels of these. Something like that. Either way. Wow. I'm serious, you literally can't see anything at all. I'm gonna sweep my leg through here. Maybe. This is dead. This is deader than dead. Come on. Give me one, baby. Oh, that's styrofoam. Look at that. Ah. Here I was like, oh, I just found the honey pot. Oh, man. Styrofoam, dude. I'm telling you. Look how beautiful this clearing is. Look at this. Look at all this. It's so gorgeous. But we're running out of time. I can only show so much to you guys. I mean, it's just like this. It doesn't look like it, but there's a canopy there. There's a canopy up there that makes this whole area just perfect. By the way, there's another deer trail right here. Just hop on that. Okay. There's a lot of dead trees around. There has to be something. guys, I'm gonna check this last tree up here. And sad to say, but if we don't see anything, I think I'm just gonna call it. It's been a lot of fun, but there's not much we can do. I mean, I can keep walking in these woods aimlessly, hoping, praying that there's going to be a you know, a honeypot of morel mushrooms, but I mean, the odds of that happening are slim to none. And as lucky of a guy as I think I am, I've never won the lottery. So here I am, looking for morels in a morel-less forest. Okay, I know I said that was the last tree, but there's a dead tree right here. We're gonna check this tree. And then from there, we'll just kind of work our way around. Whoa, guys, look! It's a honey pot of styrofoam. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. There's a tire back there. Ah. Shoot. Shoot. Okay, well, let's head back. How's that sound? Hey, look at this little clearing. If I was gonna get a tick anywhere, that would be here. Man, look at where these deer run. This deer just ran right through. Look, see where they were laying. The big old open patch right here. Deer was definitely laying down in this area. Probably heard me coming and just bolted. It ran over here, and then it tripped on this tarp. Hey, that's cheating. He didn't stick to the state park. He left the state park. He cheated. Okay. Either way, we're coming up at the exit of the park. You've already seen me walking in, so I'll just record when we get back. Well, shoot, guys. We tried. Found nothing, but at least we got to walk out in nature, right? That's what all this is really about, is getting out and reconnecting with nature. Even if it's like 1 hour in at a time, right? I mean, I've spent like at least an hour and a half out there, I'd like to feel. You know, my gut, my gizzard tells me it was about an hour and a half, so we'll kind of roll with that. But way, just being out, seeing green, smelling the clean air. That's what it's all about. And sometimes you just gotta, sometimes they just come to an end. Everything has to at some point. You can't live free like that forever. And that's what we're doing here now. You gotta think, like thousands of years ago, if I was primitive, if I was like if me was Neanderthal Logan, I wouldn't be alive, dude. I would not be alive, because I found nothing. I found a snake. I would have eaten that baby snake. So actually I would have been alive, but I wouldn't have been thriving, dog. Whew. But either way, I think we ought to head back home and just kind of end it there. For those of you wondering how many morels I got, that many. Big old whopping none. So I'm gonna post up outside real quick for a picture, and that's gonna be a thumbnail.